Hello everyone. Today, our group will be discussing the philosophical implications of long-form social media platforms such as YouTube and Twitch, especially in relation to youth mental health, knowledge information, and personal identity. In the 21st century, social media has become an essential part of young people's daily lives. Platforms like YouTube and Twitch are not only used for entertainment, but also for learning, self-expression, and emotional connection. However, alongside their popularity, mental health concerns such as anxiety, stress, loneliness, and self-doubt among young people are increasing. This raises an important question. Are these platforms simply reflecting existing problems, or are they actively contributing to them? To answer this, our group approaches the topic from philosophical perspectives, focusing on epistemology, ethics, identity, and autonomy.
Our discussion is guided by 5 main research questions. First, we ask how long platforms like YouTube and Twitch influence the way young people acquire knowledge and form beliefs. Second, we examine whether content from these platforms can be considered as a reliable source of knowledge from an epistemological perspective. Third, we explore how live streaming platforms shape parasocial relationship and personal identity among viewers. Fourth, we analyze whether content creators have ethical responsibility for their audience mental and emotional well-being. Finally, we question whether individuals still truly own their thoughts and memories when algorithms curate their digital experience. Based on these questions, our objectives focus on understanding learning patterns, evaluating credibility, analyzing identity formation, discussing ethical responsibility, and reflecting on how algorithms affect autonomy and freedom of thoughts.
This study is important for several reasons. First, YouTube and Twitch have become major learning environments for young people. Unlike traditional education systems, these platforms are driven by algorithms that prioritize engagement rather than choice. Second, information overload makes it difficult to distinguish between opinion and justified true belief. This reason encourages critical thinking and epistemic responsibility. Third, parasocial relationships formed through live streaming may replace real social interactions, influencing identity development and emotional dependence. Lastly, this study fills a philosophical gap by focusing on long-form digital media, which has received less attention compared to short-form platforms.
Long-form platforms such as YouTube and Twitch now play a major role in shaping how knowledge is constructed. From Plato's perspective, this reflects the danger of imitation. Knowledge on these platforms is often simplified or dramatized to maintain audience attention, with appearance ultimately replacing essence. Marshall McLuhan's idea that the medium is message also applies here. Through prolonged exposure to these platforms, viewers internalize not only information, but also the attitudes and worldviews embedded within it. As a result, beliefs may be formed based on familiarity rather than critical reflection, raising legitimate concerns about the erosion of epistemic independence.
Yo, he read my chat. He said my name. Thank for the sub, Madio. See, I told you guys he's chill. We basically have the same sense of humor. What do you mean, does he know me? Of course he knows me. I've been a tier 3 sub for 6 months. We hang out every day. Well, I watch him every day.
That right there, that's what we call a parasocial relationship. It's one-sided bond where you feel like you know the content creator intimately, but they don't actually know you exist. Like Twitch, this illusion is powerful because the interaction is live and they respond to donations. It creates a fake sense of intimacy. It feels real, it feels good. It reduces loneliness. But here is a philosophical danger. From an existentialist perspective, your identity should be built through authentic experience and real-world choice. When we replace real friends with digital ghosts, we stop developing our true selves. We start outsourcing our identity to an online group or a celebrity. We become the fan instead of being the individual. And for our generation, that blurs the line between who we really are and who the screen tells us to be. But it's not just the viewers who are trapped. What about the creators? Do they have a duty to stop this? That brings us to the ethics of influence.
What if a single video can change someone feels, thinks, or even values themselves? Influence of creators. See, like on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, contestants are not just entertainers, they are teachers, role models, and emotional companions, especially for younger viewers. And this brings us to a serious ethical questions. Content creators have responsibility of their audience mental and emotional well-being. From a utilitarian perspective, morality is checked by outcomes. If content inspires learning, happiness, or motivation, it can be morally good. But when the creators promote unrealistic lifestyles, toxic productivity, or harmful standards, the emotional harm to the viewers may outweigh the entertainment. In duty-based ethical view, creators have an obligation not to exploit emotional vulnerability for views, money, or popularity. Treating audience only as numbers or engagement statistics reduce people to means, not ends, and ethically it is problematic. However, responsibility should not fall on creators alone. Ethical responsibility is shared. Creators must act with awareness, platforms must design responsible algorithms. Viewers must develop media literacy. Ethics online is not about censorship, it is about care, honesty, and accountability. The question is not just all creators responsible, but also what kind of digital culture are we choosing to support? Digital age where influence is power and where there is a power. Ethics must follow.
Algorithms shape what users see, remember, and view by reinforcing preferences. According to Sunston, this cracks echo chambers that limit exposure to device perspectives. Philosophers like Heidegger warn that technology is not neutral, it shapes perception and thought. So, in conclusion, YouTube and Twitch are not inherently good or bad. Their impact depends on critical, ethical, and conscious use. Philosophical awareness is essential to protect mental health and autonomy in the digital age. Thank you for your watching.